Welcome to the Explainer. Now, if you've ever glanced at a map of Northwestern Europe or maybe caught a news report and felt a sudden migraine coming on trying to keep all the terminology straight, well, trust me, you are absolutely not alone. Today, we're untangling one of the most notoriously confusing geographical webs on the entire planet. We're going to break down the very real and honestly very important differences between England, Great Britain, and the United Kingdom.
So, England, Great Britain, or the UK, which one's actually correct? It's almost comical how ridiculously complicated this gets, right? People use these terms interchangeably every single day. You might hear someone say they're traveling to England when their flight is actually landing in Scotland. Or a politician might talk about Great Britain when what they really mean is the political entity of the United Kingdom, but they mean very, very different things. Getting this wrong isn't just a minor geographic technicality. It completely flips the physical and political meaning of what you're talking about. So let's fix this right now.
To solve this puzzle once and for all, we're going to use what I like to call the zoom out and add on approach. Our golden rule for this explainer is super simple. Geography first, borders second. We absolutely have to anchor ourselves in the physical reality of the planet before we even think about overlaying any abstract human-made political borders.
Section 1. The base layer. Physical geography.
Okay, let's completely wipe the political map clean. Just forget countries and flags for a second. When we strip all the politics right back, we're left with two main islands sitting off the coast of mainland Europe. It's a really stark, simple comparison. On one side, we have the smaller island, which is known simply as Ireland. And on the other side, sitting right next to it, we have the larger island, known as Great Britain. That is our physical stage. Before absolutely anything else happens, you have to remember this foundational fact. Great Britain is an island, and Ireland is an island.
Moving on to Section 2. Populating the land, the countries.
Now let's see how this all builds when we start adding human-made borders back in, focusing purely on that larger island, Great Britain. Great Britain actually isn't one country at all. It's a single physical landmass that contains three distinct countries. Down in the southern part of the island, we've got England, with its famous capital in London. Up to the north, there's Scotland, with Edinburgh as its capital. And over to the west, we have Wales with its capital down in Cardiff. So if you say England, you are specifically and only referring to that one country in the southern part of the island. England is not the whole island, and it is definitely not a synonym for Great Britain.
Section 3. The political umbrella, the United Kingdom.
All right, here is where we shift away from physical rocks and step into a major political union. Think of the United Kingdom like a simple math equation. First, you take all three of the countries that share the island of Great Britain. So that's England, Scotland, and Wales. Got it? Now jump across the water to the smaller island of Ireland. The northern part of that smaller island is a specific country called Northern Ireland. If you add Northern Ireland to our Great Britain trio, boom, you get the United Kingdom. It's a sovereign country made up of 4 individual countries. This is exactly why citizens hold a United Kingdom passport, not a Great Britain passport, because the political state encompasses territories beyond just that one single island.
Section 4. The outlier, the Republic of Ireland.
So you're probably wondering, what happens to the bottom part of that smaller island? Well, the Republic of Ireland, with its capital in Dublin, is a wholly separate, completely independent country. It shares a physical island with Northern Ireland, yeah, but its political borders stop right there. It is entirely distinct from the UK. I mean, this is why you'll see totally different currencies used on the exact same island. Euros in the south, pounds in the north. In fact, just to emphasize how separate they really are, the Republic of Ireland is a member of the European Union, unlike the UK. So they're geographically super close, but politically completely independent.
Section 5. The grand total, the British Isles.
Let's zoom out one final time. The British Isles is purely a geographical term. It's not a country, and it's definitely not a political union. The British Isles include the entire large island of Great Britain, the entire smaller island of Ireland, and all of their belonging territories. It's basically the big bucket collective name for all this land combined into one geographic region. And hey, this split between geography and politics is exactly why athletes from Northern Ireland often have the really unique choice to represent either Team GB or Team Ireland at the Olympics. But wait, that's not quite the whole picture.
6,000. The British Isles do not just consist of the 2 large, famous islands we've spent this explainer untangling. This massive geographical grouping actually includes over 6,000 smaller islands belonging to them. 6,000! When you actually take that massive number into account, it adds this overwhelming, incredible sense of scale to the map, doesn't it? It goes from being just 2 islands to this massive, sprawling archipelago.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. With 6,000 islands, distinct countries sharing the exact same landmasses, and densely overlapping political borders all packed into just one small corner of Europe, how much of the world map do you still need to explore? If this one cluster of islands can hold this much complexity and nuance, just imagine what the rest of the globe holds. I really hope this structured look at the British Isles has cleared up the confusion and sparked a little curiosity for you to look closer at the borders around you. Keep questioning those maps, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.